Yom Tov. It's Friday, March 1st, 2019. 3 weeks until spring. And man, yeah, I just come back from Jamaica. No problem. Yeah, it's the springtime she come. Yeah. So, let's get into today's Parsha reading. The last Parsha reading, it ended with Moses coming down from Mount Sinai with the second set of tablets. And today, we read how he assembles the people to ask them to voluntarily give materials needed for the construction of the tabernacle. Now, the people give all that is required, and in fact, so much so that even though Moses only asked them to contribute what they'd be willing to give, they gave so much he had to command them to stop giving. The Parsha tells us that Bezalel from the tribe of Judah and Aholiab from the tribe of Dan were the main leaders of the people constructing the tabernacle and who made all the accoutrements for the service therein. The entire reading actually is a repetition in pretty much exactly of what we read in chapter 25, where God first explains and gives the detailed requirements for the tabernacle, to include the menorahs, the articles used for the sacrifice, the size and color of the tent skins, etc., everything. Now, some may ask how these slaves being sent out of Egypt in a single night had all these jewels and expensive skins and woods and gemstones, gold, silver, and etc. Well, the answer is that when they left Egypt, God commanded Moses to have them go to the Egyptians and ask for these items. We read about that in Exodus 12, 35 to 36, which, of course, they did. And the Egyptians, frankly, were so glad to see them go. They gave them everything and anything that they asked for. Now, normally, when one group conquers another group in battle, they despoil the losers. All right? We see this all the time throughout the books of Kings and Chronicles. You know, the winning people take everything they can from the losers. So then this taking of the valuables of the Egyptians, as the Jews left, having conquered Egypt, well, actually, we know that God conquered Egypt. Let's say it's a culturally correct activity. But they didn't take the items. That's what's interesting. When you read about it, they asked for them. Now, without a doubt, that is different than despoiling, or as some versions state, stripping them of the valuables. They asked. And the Egyptians said, yeah, fine, take. Just get out of here, Zaykazun, as long as you're on the way out, you know? Well, now I see something different, though, at work here in God asking the Jews asking for and receiving these valuables. What I see is more than just a cultural activity. I see providence. As far back as Exodus chapter 3, 19 through 22, even before Moses went to Egypt, God told them, and God knew that the people would need to make the tabernacle, and knowing that they had nothing of their own, he commanded that they take spoil from the Egyptians. He was telling Moses that they're going to take stuff all the way back before Moses even got to Egypt. And all through Moses' debate with Pharaoh, you know, he never once said that when they left, that they would take anything other than their wives, children, and cattle. Yet, when the time came to leave, the people took really the last remnants of anything valuable that the Egyptians had left. You see, God knows what we will need before we even know we will be needing it. Now, that should come as no surprise to anyone who knows the Lord and knows the Bible. And I'm sure when you look back, you can see God's work in your life, which led you to where you are today. And what is happening right now, right at this very moment, may be something God is doing in your life that you will not realize he's doing until, well, after it's already been done. The lesson I'm taking away from this parsha today is that I will probably know what God is doing in my life at the moment he is doing it. Just as the Jewish slaves were thinking they would be set free, and happy for that, little did they know as the plague started that when they left, they would be richly gifted with all sorts of precious jewels and other materials. Neither can I know, even as I write this, what effect this message will have on someone right now listening or reading it on my website, or maybe even on myself down the road. So, what should we do? Well, we should just keep walking and trusting God that so long as we walk the path he has given us, he will direct our feet to his salvation. And, if I may, just to make sure we're all on the same page, walking the path that God gives us means to obey God's commandments, specifically the ones in the Torah. So to finish, let me share with you that when I pray, I don't thank God only for what He has done for me throughout my life, but also for what He has planned for me. Whether His plans are blessings or more fire that I'm going to have to go through, I know that He sees where I will be and He is working to get me there. Because where I will be, I'm praying also, is where He wants me. And He's working to get me there. And for that, I am very thankful. And I thank you, too, for being here. So please, go to the corners up there, Messianic Moment icon, click on it, subscribe. Not that I do this for money, but if I get enough YouTube subscribers, they'll put advertising on my channel, and I will receive some income from that, which I want to use to send my books to people in third world countries who have asked for them. I've already been doing this when I can afford to, so if you can share me out, tell people just, subscribe. Again, all you get is an email message. They can just not go to it, but that'll help me to help get my books. And sometimes I also buy Bibles and send them to Messianic congregations. I've done so in Uganda. I've got one in India and other places. So it helps me. So I appreciate it. And again, please, if you do like what I hear, don't forget, go back to the MessianicMoment.com website. In the right-hand margin, subscribe there too, because I don't always do a video. And share me out. Share me out with friends, family. If you like it, please. I must be doing something right. It's God working through me. This isn't for me. It's for God's kingdom. So please, share me out. Let's help this ministry grow if you like what you hear. If you don't, then why are you listening, right? Anyway, no, you can still listen even if you don't like it. That's fine. All right, so I'm getting kooky. This being Friday, again, I want to wish you Shabbat Shalom, of course, and until next time, Lehitrot and Baruch Hashem.